Hey guys, JoshBM here again with Blight Gaming. Going to go over a few things over here when the terrorist side's taking a mid to B approach. I get asked this question a lot, and I had to go figure it out myself because I never played B before until late last season when I wasn't even supposed to be playing. So I kind of had to do some research and kind of figure out what's the best way to approach the situation when the terrorists are running a full mid to B split on you, whether it be 2 towards tunnels, 3 out mid, or 2 out mid, 3 towards tunnels, either way. The best thing I can suggest is with that default setup that we talked about earlier, with the 2 towards long, 1 car, 1 in long pit, 1 person towards CT kind of holding off mid, the other player here, which is kind of like the rotator, either playing towards door, or maybe boxes, one of these areas right here, that's fine. And then you have your anchor at B, who is continually spotting either maybe barrels, he's playing behind Xbox, maybe he's back plat with an op, either way, as long as you have the information going on. Typically what happens is the first player, to prevent a rush, is going to go ahead and molly, tunnels off in the beginning of the round to make sure they don't rush in. Second player is going to go ahead, the anchor is going to go ahead and try and get into a position that he can get better angles on it, maybe spot it. After that's over, maybe about 15-20 seconds into the round, rotator is going to go ahead and throw a smoke into B tons. Just to make sure that no one's kind of like going to come in creeping on him, especially if he has a rifle. If he's got an op, then obviously don't smoke it off. Let him have that whole area to look at. And then, now later down the round, your anchors can still have utility. The whole point of the player who's supposed to be a rotator, i.e. playing door, boxes, or anything like that, and maybe over here like this, is going to use his utility first. Anchors going to have their utility left over, which enables them to either molly it off, throw nades, flashes, and smokes. Now, if they do a mid to B smoke out mid, okay, and the mid player is calling that they are coming out mid and not going up cap, that means usually there's going to be at least 1 player, maybe 2, more than likely at least 2, in upper B, depending on how many players they have left. Typically what you want to do is have the anchor throw a smoke deep into B tons. That way you can either play in here like this with a smoke and force them to push through the smoke to try and kill you, and the anchor should still have utility to molly out window. So you're going to have smoked off tons, and then you're going to have someone who's your rotator will more than likely be the one playing towards door still, depending on what you have. Like the op's still going to be back plat. The back plat can stare at window, and then rotator can push into tunnels if that's the case. Now, the reason I say that is because why you shouldn't really pay attention to door is because when teams do a mid to B smoke, okay, I'm just going to throw it down randomly right there for whatever reason, and you're playing that setup that we talked about previously with an op, you can see door with your op right here. You can see door just fine, scope on it, hit them as they go up, and not even have to worry about it. Your team doesn't have to worry about it. The window is your prime concern right here, so what you're going to try and do is molly off window, and then take control of tunnels. You want to have control of something. However, if you're more of an aggressive team, you can, by all means, smoke tunnels off like this, and you can have your player who's playing your anchor position at B just throw a flashbang over mid, and you can peek off that from door and get those frags. And of course, you playing door as well, if you're a rotator, you can throw flashes that just kind of help your team from CT push out and get those easy frags when they're blind coming towards mid. So if you're more of an aggressive, if you guys are in position to make this fight happen, by all means, go ahead and fight. Make that happen if you guys are more comfortable with that. If not, if your help is too late, they did a really quick mid to B split, try and molly off window, leave door somewhat open if you can, and just put a smoke deep into tons. Have 1 player play in tons watching the push like this, have the other player either maybe plat, looking at window, just make sure he's not kind of able to go through door, and looking at window, just kind of taking care of business like that. That's the easiest way I can kind of think of just to kind of explain it, and the easiest way I found to hold it without going through any kind of very detailed holding and any kind of other strats that you might have to go over just to make sure everything works out. That's it for this video. I do want to say thank you for watching. Please do like the video and subscribe to the channel. Every little bit helps. I know you're probably thinking, like, what am I going to do? I'm just one. But, every little bit that we get to this channel really does help us out in the long run, and it'd be much appreciated. If you guys have any suggestions to what videos you want to see next, please do leave a comment on the video, or better yet, you can just tweet at me. That's probably the best way, is tweeting at me. Just make sure I get it right away. My handle is at JoshBMCS, and I will be sure to respond and look at everything you guys go ahead and tell me. Thank you for watching once again, and I'll catch you guys next time.